Hi guys, David Garrido here from LaLiga Lowdown. Hope you're having a good week. It's been a pretty busy one for us here on this YouTube channel. We've already shown you our exclusive interview with Villarreal's club record signing Gerard Moreno, and our podcast, our season preview mini-pod ahead of the 2018-19 campaign is out there as well. Well, now we've got another exclusive interview for you. Even more reason to subscribe and enable those notifications if you haven't already done so. Recently we went down to Bournemouth on the south coast of England in the United Kingdom because Real Betis were playing there in pre-season. We managed to speak to Joel Robles, who they signed from Everton in this summer transfer window. In our chat with him, he talks about his past clubs, growing up at Atlético and in Madrid in general, signing for Betis, playing for Quique Setién, 3 at the back, 4 at the back, and also what it's like to be backed by 60,000 fans at the Benito Villamarín, which is something that he will experience this season. So here's our chat with Joel. First of all, great to meet you, Joel. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're here at Bournemouth for pre-season, and you played very well today. Congratulations on your performance. I saw you save from Jermaine Defoe and Jordan Ibe as well, so you're straight into it. How is it getting ready for the season? Are you ready? Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, of course. I'm really happy with my team. Obviously, not easy because our football is totally different than the last teams. But I'm really happy because we work every day to play like that.
Why did you choose to sign for Betis? Because they are a very particular club, aren't they? They're a very unique club, a special club. What attracted you to Real Betis?
Difficult question, because in that moment I need to choose well, right? Because I have now 28 already.
Yeah.
It's a difficult decision to go, but obviously I go to very good club. I think it's similar like Everton, but our football is totally different. I think this is why I go there, because I like to enjoy when I play short with my defenders.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Because, you know, we saw this with Quique Setién in his way of coaching, that he likes the ball to be played out from the back. How comfortable do you feel doing that as a goalkeeper?
Yeah, of course, I enjoy a lot.
Yeah.
But not easy because in Everton we have another football. Obviously, you need to learn every day and quick as well, because in 2 weeks we start the league against Levante at home, and it's important to be ready for this football. But I think every day I'm growing.
Tell me a little bit about your sort of growth as a player when you were young. So you were in Madrid, Getafe and Atlético to start off with. Tell me about some of the influences that you had for coaches.
Yeah. And I have a lot of coaches in my career. Obviously, the most important move I think is in the Premier League, because in Atlético I have a lot of chance. I think when I moved in Wigan or Lowdown that year, fabulous, winning the FA Cup, and then moved to Everton 5 years. I think that moment, that period for one goalkeeper is really important, because I need to fight with Tim Howard, Stekelenburg, Jordan, a lot of keepers.
Yeah.
And good goalkeepers. I think that situation is really important for my age, and now I think I'm ready for playing every teams.
You played under Roberto Martinez quite a lot. Just tell me, why is he special as a coach? What qualities does he have that you enjoy?
Yeah, Roberto for me is really important in my career, because he signed for me in Wigan and then after in Everton. Yeah, Roberto liked to play football, like Betis. Now he's in Belgium, you see in the World Cup, football with good players. But I think Roberto is like good manager to have the ball.
What's he like as a person? I mean, because obviously you both speak Spanish, so you know, does that help in terms of just really getting to know someone and their character and getting on with them, almost like friends, as well as having that coach-player relationship?
Yeah, I have a good relationship with him. I keep the contact with him and with Iñaki, the keeper coach as well. I think Roberto is Spanish, but I think half English as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes he speaks with me in English.
Okay.
I have good relationship, and I hope for him the best future for him.
He is known as one of the nicest men in football. Like literally anyone who you speak to, and you mentioned Roberto Martinez, and I've presented TV programs with him in the studio as well, and he's so nice. But have you ever seen him get really angry? like, you know, properly mad at someone or something, or kick a bottle across the dressing room or anything like that? Or is he actually, you know, really as nice as he seems?
Nah, difficult. I don't think a lot of time he's hungry. He's really quiet, but very, for me, he's the most coach intelligent in my career. I think he's really intelligent. He controls the mentality for the player. I think this is the most important for when you are a manager.
When you were younger, before you came to England, who were the main influences for you, especially when in your time in Madrid as a city?
Yeah, obviously Atlético Madrid. When I moved with 12 years and then stayed there until 22 and play with the first team, I think in that moment you grow every day, every year. It's so important. After finishing the first team, this is the best moment when I play the first game.
Yeah.
And after need to move because we could do a difficult situation and I like to play.
What about Atletico Madrid now? I mean, you know, their team, when they've signed, you know, the likes of Rodri Hernandez, they've signed Thomas Lemar, they've kept Antoine Griezmann, and Joel Simeone is still there as well. I mean, what chances do you think they have in La Liga this year?
I don't know. The La Liga is difficult to fight against Barcelona and Real Madrid. It's so difficult. But I think they try to win as well the Champions League because they are fighting the last few years.
Yeah.
And I think that they spend a lot of money to that situation. I'm really happy because in the last 6 years with the manager Joel Simeone changed a lot of things, the mentality for the fan, for the club. I think it's so difficult to change that situation, and I'm really happy because Atlético Madrid is my house.
Yeah, it's funny because before El Cholo came in, they couldn't win a derby ever, could they? Against Madrid, it was like the bogey team, and then suddenly he started getting results in that fixture, and that is one way of winning over the fans, isn't it? It's interesting as well that they have spent a lot of money. But Real Betis, in terms of the early signings they made, Takashi Nui for free. They also signed Sergio Canales for free. They've brought in some players that a lot of people have gone, oh, that's a good signing, that's a good signing. How much does that encourage you when you've seen the business that they've done with the other players that they've brought in?
I think Lorenzo Serra Ferrer. I think he's really intelligent. He signed 3 players, really good players. No, it's easy in that market to take now 1 player or 3.
Yeah.
Come to Everton because you have a lot of teams with money and you never know. But I think we have a very good team and we are ready to play the La Liga and fight for the top 6.
So, from what I saw of Betis last season, 3 at the back. So you had that today as well in your pre-season game against Bournemouth. How does that change what you do as a goalkeeper? Does that help you out? Have you got more options? Do you quite like playing in that system?
Yeah, I think it depends who is in front of you, the other team. I think sometimes we play with 4 or 3, depends on the other team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to play with 3 in the back because I have more option to play short. But sometimes you need to play with 4 because you have more space in the middle. But I like that, you know, because the keeper now is really important for our football. I think we have good responsibility when we receive the ball because you have the mistake, probably it's goal. Sometimes if you are lucky, the striker miss.
It's the life of a goalkeeper, isn't it? One man who you have in front of you is Marc Bartra. And of course that was an incredible piece of business as well for Real Betis to bring him in. Tell us a little bit about his qualities. What do you like about him as a centre-back?
Yeah, he learned a lot of things in Barcelona. Obviously, when you are young and you training every day with the football, it's really important for this style. Obviously, you know, Bartra, Isa, Javi, we have now Sidney, we send Sidney.
That's right.
So we have very good centre back for our football, and the most important, I think, we need to go to the same way, everyone.
Tell me what you know about the Real Betis fans and how very, 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 very passionate they are.
Yeah, it's incredible, unbelievable. When I say for Real Betis, you see, it's so important for the club, the fans. Probably the first game, full stadium with 50,000 people in the stadium. I think this is the Real Betis, the fans. This is the most important. This is the way when the club go to the same way with the fan and players. I think and the staff as well. This is the way for the objective.
I mean, even here in Bournemouth, there were fans and peñas here that travelled to this game. and you're doing your warm down,
Yeah.
and they're singing the anthem to you. But what does that make you feel?
Yeah, unbelievable. I think if you go to China, you have one Betis fans. If you go to Thailand as well,
Yeah.
I think you have one Betis fan in everywhere.
Yeah.
And because I think Real Betis is really big club, and I think we have very good future.
And what about the challenge of playing in 3 competitions? Because Betis became Europa Betis last season, finishing in the top 6. So how do you take that on? How do you manage your own energies as a player? Because you'll be playing a lot of Thursdays and then Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
You know, so how do you keep that energy up?
I think
A lot of rest, basically.
Not it's easy, but this is why the club sign a lot of players, because maybe you need to play on Sunday one very good or important game, and then you play on Thursday as well.
Yeah.
The most important now is all squad training, because maybe you need to play Sunday and then Thursday, or one guy go to the event on Sunday and play on Thursday. We need to concentrate every situation, because that club you need to be ready for any situation.
How far do you think Real Betis can go in the Europa League if you get the momentum behind you, and that stadium is packed full to capacity, 60,000 or so? Can you envisage how far you can get?
Yeah, I think for me, I like when I have behind me fans, a lot of fans. Sometimes you have mistakes and they kill you as well. Sometimes it's everything beautiful, but this is the football. This is our profession. I think I like that. I like the responsibility when I receive the ball, and sometimes when I have the mistake as well, because maybe in 5 seconds you have another challenge to receive the ball, and you need to pass well as well.
What's it like when a club signs 2 goalkeepers in the same summer? Obviously, Joel Robles is here as well, another good bit of business for Betis. Well, what's that like? How do you establish a relationship with that keeper, knowing that essentially you're competing for that first team keeper's jersey?
I like to have good relationship with the other teammates, because you're training every day in the other area, and it's important to stay together, because sometimes it's the decision for the manager, not our decision. Obviously, I like to play. If I don't play, I'm really angry in the bench. But I know, not easy that situation. I think we are ready both. I think we have good relationship.
Yeah, do you support each other?
Yeah, of course, because he's young, I have more experience than him.
Yeah.
This is important. This is our profession. You need to help, because sometimes he play or no, or me play as well, because I don't like to fight with the other teammate.
So we've got the start of LaLiga coming very soon, and what do you think is the main difference between football in the Premier League that you've experienced now for a number of seasons, and then football in LaLiga? Do you expect to have a little bit more time? Is it less physical? Is it more technical? How would you describe it?
No, I don't think so. I think you see today, I think you see our team physically really well.
Yeah.
Our football is top, I think. You see the players of Bournemouth, they are killed, because he run a lot.
And this is the team who likes to play good football as well, so you're against a tough team.
Yeah, but obviously I like Bournemouth because they try to play as well.
Yeah.
We have the similar football.
Yeah.
But I think, the Premier League is more physically, because it's box to ball, for the fan, like to cross and go to the other area. And maybe in the La Liga you have more time.
Yeah.
You spend a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You have more time to wait your moment to attack. But anyway, I like to know different football as well.
I'm sure you know who Betis are playing in the 3rd game of the season. It's Sevilla.
Yeah.
Now, you will not have played in a Seville derby, but what are your views on it? What are your thoughts on it as a fan of Spanish football, and what it means? It's one of the maddest derbies out there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's interesting, that derby, because for example I have one experience yesterday in Instagram. I put the like for one teammate from Sevilla and my mate.
Oh, right. And the response, well, what happened? What did people say?
My fans killed me, don't post that picture, but it's funny. I respect, because you have they don't like a Sevilla fan. I respect my fans.
How do you get on with social media? Do you like it, or is it something that you have to be really careful with? How do you feel about social media, Joel?
I think it's important now. Everything,
yeah.
Media, some detail. I think everything is important. I like to put something in media, because some people you don't know, and you need to know your situation, if you're training, if you are happy or you fit. But I like that sometimes not every day, or it's really important, but I think it's important now in the present for.
Do you like engaging with the fans? Do you like actually sort of?
Yeah, I think it's important sometimes because they spend sometimes money for to show the football, the training or any situation.
Great to speak to Joel, yet another exclusive interviewee here on La Liga Lowdown. We wish him all the best for the season ahead with Real Betis. But actually there's a little bit more from Joel with the penalty paddle game. You might remember this with Gerard Moreno. Well, Joel's played it too, plus we give him a present at the end. So make sure you stick around for that. That will be coming very, very soon on this YouTube channel. A reminder, you can also check in with us on Twitter. At La Liga Lowdown is our Twitter handle. Our mini pod is out. There is a link in the description to this video, and you can check out our website as well, www.laligalowdown.com. See you soon.